Hello! Today we did normal stuff, and that's when we'll eat that. Actually, I want to talk about first week we got here, which is orientation week for Kansai Gaidai. We got here on Tuesday or something, so we didn't do all of it, but this is our packet. They gave us this, and if you go to Kansai Gaidai, I'm sure they'll give you one too. This is probably won't look exactly like this because this is only for this semester. But basically, we got to the airport. It felt terrible. I don't remember a whole lot. We got to the airport, waited around until we left, and we got on the bus, and we went to the seminar houses, and then we went to bed. But we got this packet, and it has basically all you need for the first week. This is a schedule for like 7 days. You can't read it, but there's a lot of stuff on here. Everything yellow is mandatory, blue is personally scheduled, and white is not mandatory but probably recommended. I'll just go through a couple things on here. There was the Japanese language placement test, which is terrible and difficult and a pain. Really don't study for it. Just study over the summer. If you want to keep your level of Japanese, study over the summer. And try and do your best, but whatever they place you in, you can always change it. If you pass, this semester it was you have to pass your current level with a 90% or better. No, some teachers said that. And then you have to pass the next test, the next level with 60% or better. Or you have to pass your current level with 60% or better to stay in your current level. There's some meetings that are in here that are general, but there's some meetings that are just basic school business, intro, faculty, safety issue orientation. Good thing that's mandatory. It tells you about the narrow streets, how to do immigration, opening ceremony, and if you're seminar or house or homestay, you also have a special meeting for that. Probably frequent issues at homestay. This semester there was also sexual health orientation, which I did not go to because we have phone, and orientation for women, which was interesting, I guess. When you can pay your fees, because you will have fees. Even if you're, I don't know if you're full exchange if you have fees. Well, you'd have to pay for the studio art course fees, but we aren't full exchange, we're tuition only exchange, and we had some insurance fee, general deposit. You can either pay it online or when you get there. And this semester it was 11,000 yen, which is about, but you'll need to bring that in cash to their office or pay it online through some sort of credit card. It's not too tough. And then there's this banking session. And the banking session is really nice because you get to open a Japanese bank account. And I don't know about you, but it costs us $5 to withdraw $100 from the ATM here because we don't have a bank account yet. You get your bank account 3 weeks in, so bring some cash. Lots of cash. Or traveler's checks, but it's kind of weird where you can and cannot. If you really want to know that, ask me because I have all the information here, but I'm not really going to say it because it's just a lot of information where you can and cannot use traveler's checks. You need to go to a specific bank sometimes. Yeah. You also, they told you when you could pick up your ID, when you register for classes. When you get here, by the way, is when you register for classes. As soon as you have your fees paid, you can register. Yeah. You can register your bike. There's a bike shop. You go out the front of the school and turn left and keep walking. There's a bike shop. That's where a lot of people buy their bikes. There's also another place in here where you can buy a bike, depending on where you're living. You might want to buy a bike. Then we have our campus map, and we have explanations of what these are. Kind of helpful. I think I've looked at them like 20 times. You've got a calendar, how to pay your fees, and how to get money, and what banks and ATMs are open at what time. Then this yellow section, in my book, it's yellow section. It has all of your classes, it has basically how to enroll. Like, they give you a lot of information. Please read the booklet because we go to these meetings and the question and answering session and everybody's asking questions that are in the booklet. So read the booklet so you can feel smart. Anyway, oh yes, you'll get a residence card, which I'm not going to show you because, yeah, I'm not going to show you. But you get a residence card when you enter the country. You also get an ID card from Kansai Gaidai. Your residence card you will need to take to the city hall of this town you're located in. And that's explained right here. There's also, it's like this. It doesn't really look like this. This is how to fill out the form. See, they help you. So helpful. They're very helpful. They have it, because this form is entirely in Japanese, so you don't know what to do. Same with the banking session. If you're going to open a bank account, go to the banking session. Everything's in Japanese. It's really complicated. Go to the banking session because it's the easiest way to do it. You need some copies and stuff, which is why you should read the booklet so you know how to get the copies and know what you need a copy of. Let me see. Cultural interaction programs. Oh yeah, Kansai Gaidai does home visit and speaking partner. Speaking partner is basically you are assigned a Japanese friend and a Japanese friend is assigned to you, and you guys make friends and talk about language and talk about culture, and they're supposed to help you with anything you have coming to Japan. Like, I asked my speaking partner, hey, how do you write wheat, rye, barley, notes, and kanji? Because I need to know. and she gave it to me in email because, well, you know, eating's important. Then there's home visit, where a family that usually has a local Kansai Gaidai student will meet up with you and say, you can come with us to such and such place. It's usually up to you. You have to pay for everything. Or you can come over for dinner or something like that. It's a nice way to see Japanese culture, because you're going to be probably in the seminar house or in a homestay. In homestay, you don't need to do a home visit program. Speaking partner's kind of nice though. But if you're going to be in the seminar house, really just with a bunch of international students, and you don't really get a lot of the Japanese culture, except for the convenience stores, which everybody seems to live off of. Also, there's how to register your laptop, because the school uses a proxy, and you have to register to use the wireless internet. And again, all of this is like this semester. It might not be next year, and it might not be spring semester either, because we came in fall. And then there's this lovely map of the 3rd floor of the CIE, which is where most of the classes will be. They put us in one building. It's nice, but also kind of secluding. But this is the 3rd floor, has all the instructors' offices. Oh, and the 1st floor it also has a map of the main office in the CIE. You can't miss it if you walk into the CIE. It's obvious where it is. It's just the left of the glass. Because everything's glass. It's also interesting. It's a lot of glass. And yes, useful email addresses and codes. They also give you a key, and they give you your login information, because if you're a student, you have school login information for the internet, of course. And there's, for the first week, don't really worry about internet. You can sign up with them. You can bring in a LAN cable, or you can just go to the bottom of your seminar house, and go to your seminar house in the computer lab there and just use their computers. It'll be slow no matter where you are, so it's easy to use those computers. Make sure you have a copy of your insurance, or say you intend to enroll in Japanese national healthcare insurance. That's quite important. Make sure you know that before you come, because otherwise you have to decide and get copies. And oh, that's information about the library, which I haven't used. They have a lot of English books. Well, they have a lot of fiction English books. I think they have more fiction than my school does. But then they also give you this handy-dandy sheet on how to separate garbage. I don't know if you can read that, but it says how to separate garbage, and that's extremely important in Japan. We have 3 garbage cans, and I'm kind of wishing we had 4. And they also give you one of the most obnoxious maps I've ever seen. No offense to whoever made it, but it looked better on the computer because I saw the computer version. Basically, when you're at the seminar house, go to the park, and find a veil. Go down the Avail street. There's this Avail thing. Then there's this big street. And then there's this other street that goes parallel to the park. You want to go to the street that's perpendicular to the parallel to the park street. And you want to cross the street so you're by Avail before you actually walk to school. Because otherwise, you have to go through this really dangerous, obnoxious intersection that is like one street branching off into 3 different streets. It's a lot of fun. Just cross the street there, because there's an actual crosswalk and there's an actual light, and it's not dangerous and it's not that scary. And then there's people riding bikes past you, and it's so much fun, and you're on a sidewalk that's like ridiculously wide. I think the sidewalk is actually just about as wide as the road is outside. What do you think? But yes, this map shows you where your nearest grocery store is, where the nearest Avail is a clothing store, by the way. There's Avail in Shinomura, which is right next to it, which is in Hiragana. Avail is in English though, so you'll know what that is. But because it's only English, you'll see Avail. And then it's in Katakana or something on the same sign. There's Avail in Shinomura. That's where you'll buy clothes and towels, because at one point you turn right to go into the school, because you keep going down that street and then you see the school on your right. And it's really easy. There's a gate. And then there's these guys dressed in blue that look like police officers, but they're not. They're like the school's guards, and they're really cool, and they always say good morning or konnichiwa or something like that. It's really, it's interesting. I don't understand it very much, but it's really cool. And it's really obvious when you get to the school. So that's the #1 way of how not to get lost on the way to school. Cross it a veil and keep going straight. Anyway. But if you keep going straight from there, kind of not really, you have to cross the deadly intersection, but you can also keep going that way, and you'll get to the nearest supermarket called Top World. Well, yeah, that's clothing store Top World. Across from the street from the school is 7-Eleven, which is the convenience store which is closest, which is awesome. I love 7-Eleven. There's some special rules about the seminar houses. Don't be loud, don't be obnoxious. For the love of everything, don't drink in the park or in public, or I will come and strangle you myself. I swear, it's so annoying. The Japanese people hate it. It's extremely rude, and it's a cultural no-no, which they'll explain in the safety issue part. They explain cultural norms. How you don't drink and walk, how you don't eat and walk, how you don't drink alcohol in public. Drink it at home, you drink it in a bar. Don't drink alcohol in public. But it's just stuff like that that's comes, and they're really helpful with it. I mean, I felt kind of lost because I can't eat instant ramen, so I felt kind of lost. But I never got lost on the way to school, and if you just read everything they give you, you'll be fine. If you guys have any other questions about coming to Japan or Kansai Gaidai, I'll be happy to help because I'll probably have this around because I suck at throwing things away. This binder's really cool. Like, stuff doesn't fall out. Those are loose. It doesn't count. Yeah. Oh yeah, this was the fireworks we never went to. You tell they're fireworks. They have fireworks in Japan. California has very few fireworks. We have a lot of fires though. Pleasant. Well, I think that's all oh yeah, cell phones. There was 2 providers on campus. AU. I can't understand this flyer. I hate this flyer. So we didn't go with AU. We went with SoftBank.
Jump
Thank
cut.
you. We went with SoftBank. And we got these. Mine's black. And has a different charm. We got this in America. Figure, right? Anyway. And these are prepaid SoftBank phones. They kind of look like that. His is really low brightness, so I can't see it, so you probably can't. It's kind of difficult to figure out. It has infrared, send your mail to people through here. Also difficult to figure out. Read the manual. Ha, it's in Japanese. Gotcha. Well, actually, some of it's in how to pay your bill is in English, which is nice because it's not a bill, it's a card. You buy a phone card at the convenience store, and that's where you buy these too. You buy these at the convenience store. The AU phone, these have smartphones, by the way. This is a prepaid, this is a smartphone. No web, but tethering. As I said, I can't understand the form, but this is room 3203. Okay, well this was on the second floor of the CIE at one point. So, yeah, CIE, building 3. Floor 203, phone number. Just like every other school, they made it so easy. But then you don't know the numbers of any other buildings because all of your classroom numbers start with 3, and if they start with 4 or 2, you're fun. But yeah, there's an orientation time, yeah. But you have to be usually 20 years of age or older to do this. And if you're coming to Kansai Gaidai, usually you have to be past your 2nd year of college, so it really probably won't be a problem. If it is, gosh, that sucks for you. I'm sorry. But I don't know. Usually I've heard of people getting Japanese friends to do it for them or something like that. It's complicated, and some people don't even bother getting cell phones. We need to find each other, so we got cell phones. If I was here alone, I probably wouldn't do it because I don't care. I don't make friends a lot either because I'm from Southern California and we don't make friends. I don't know, that's not really true. I'm not a little crazy. I'm just a crazy one. I read books. Anyway, that got awkward fast. Yeah, so basically when you come to Japan, be courteous, be nice, do what everybody else does. And by everybody else, I don't mean foreigners, I mean Japanese people, because Japanese people probably do the right thing. Walk on the side of the road where traffic is not trying, walk on the side of the road where traffic is trying to kill you, bike on the side of the road where traffic is not trying to kill you. People drive on the left. I'm sure you knew that. Most people know that. So, walk on the right, drive on the left. Yay! Don't die. Have fun. Anything to add?
Fine.
Yeah. If I have any pictures, I might put them in, but I don't know. I know I have a picture of all the flags at the opening ceremony, but I think it's on my phone, and I haven't figured out how to get pictures off of my phone yet. As I said, not easy. The phones are obviously translated from Japanese into English too, so you get weird thing like, you get some weird stuff on the phone where you're like, what the heck does that mean? But settings is still settings, data folder. And I'm not really sure, I think you can watch TV on the phones, but I haven't figured that out. If I figure that out, I'll say something. Anyway, this has been very long, and I think I'm going to end it now. So this has been as much information as I can probably possibly cram into a video about the first week of Kansai Gaidai, which is actually a lot of something to do, and you always think you're like doing your stuff, and it's hot, and it's terrible, and you think you're gonna die of dehydration, but there's a vending machine in 5 feet, so you're good.
Good night.